Koma and konnichiwa. Plus, yabaseo. We'll hear the POLIT'AI CHI talking briefly and concisely about video highlights coming up. Going in my 2 cents as well. Hopefully it's worth a quarter to you. Alright. Dum-dum Acosta. Looking like a total moron. There's some funny comments going on here. I see from the lovely Lara, as already explained in the part 1. Molly, one of my faves. Good golly. She's married. She's very articulate. One of my faves. How hyperbole lives on the left now. In fact, it's just such an underlying fundamental to all of their talking points, they don't even see it anymore. Very disappointing to those of us who used to be formerly slightly left of center, now slightly right of center. Centricity is a very hard thing to maintain, and all these other networks, they blew further commentary on, which I've been the first to put forth this theory, that anyone who spends any appreciable time there at MSNBC, in that building at 30 Rock, her, who really annoyed a lot of us former Democrats, with that little exchange she had with Gibbs, President Obama's first press secretary, that flippant attitude of hers, you don't even recognize her anymore. This ass, who used to have his own show in the day with that other dude, with sexual harassment came up, he was done, but their show was done long before that. Yeah, and this dude who used to be very centrist and did just sports. Anybody who spends, avoid going to 30 Rock, man, like the plague. All right, thanks for watching.
Towards the border with the U.S. But your campaign had an ad showing migrants climbing over walls and so on.
But they weren't actors.
They're not going to be doing that.
They weren't actors.
They're hundreds of miles away, though. They're hundreds and hundreds of miles away. That's not an invasion.
None of these reporters should still be working in this business.
Absolutely
Dereliction
not.
of duty. There shouldn't be a price to be paid.
They're always living at the hyperbolic moment.
Mr. Story is Molly Hemingway, senior editor from The Federalist. Molly, what are the chances that Jim Acosta apologized was not only getting this wrong, but telling the president he was wrong?
So you guys know.
It is really an amazing exchange to go back and look at. It looked bad at the time, the way he was pontificating and giving his opinion, which was not based in fact, the way he was belligerent with that reporter. That was an embarrassment at the time. After this weekend, it is a complete and utter humiliation. And this is the guy who is sort of the mascot of the White House press corps. They've decided to make him the guy that they all rally behind. And he could not have been more wrong about the facts, but he's actually just doing what a lot of media have done. There have been so many false statements said about this caravan, whether it's that it's largely comprised of women and children, or that these are valid asylum seekers, or that there is no criminal element, or that they will never make it to the border, or that they will never scale the border, or that they are no threat to sovereignty and they're no threat to the United States. All of that was completely exploded this weekend.
They got the photo, the woman wearing the Tangled shirt, whatever that cartoon character was, and you knew that was going to be it, because that is the lazy man's way of reporting a story. Lazy, lazy, lazy. Do your job, put your Trump bias in the back seat for 5 seconds and try to be honest about this story. I find it appalling. I got to play something for you, Molly, that even you may not believe. This is Mike Lupica, who's really good at writing about sports, is now a political guy. This is what he said. Let's watch. I think we have the Mike Lupica.
Old dude smiles.
It's coming.
And I keep asking this question. When's the first guy from the caravan going to shoot up a synagogue on a Saturday morning? When's the first person from a caravan going to shoot up a dance club in Southern California or a country music festival in Las Vegas? Every time there's another mass shooting in this country, one of my first reactions after I'm struck again by the horror of the routineness in this country is, please don't let it be an immigrant.
Please don't let it be an immigrant. Real quick, Molly.
Well, human nature is the same across immigrant or non-immigrant populations. What comments like that are doing are saying that you aren't allowed to have a conversation about rule of law, national sovereignty, borders. That's inappropriate.